Yo everyone.
Hello.
Welcome to the GTA Marathon. After quite a break, we're finally back with a good game. I'm not gonna say the rest. Holy shit. And today, I'm gonna be doing any percent. And I have a commentator. Hello, Tivu.
Hello.
Yeah, one of the greatest GTA 3 speedrunners to be alive. I'm so proud to have him here. And I think that's it for now. I think we can start. So I'm gonna count to 3 or to 1 and we start. So 3, 2, 1. Let's fucking go.
Ready.
All right, we're on Liberty City. Yeah.
So this is the first mission. We just drive to the safe house. It's very straightforward. The main thing you will see are the camera changes here. Whenever you are in the top-down camera, traffic gets despawned in front of you, which we might probably mention several times in a run because it's often asked.
Yeah. Also, when I got into this car, I didn't get the door scratch. When I got into the car, I pressed F, so the second I stop, I automatically get out. Right, like this. So
Yeah.
I'm kind of stressed right now.
And the pause activates the marker, so you don't. Normally, you need to slow down fully, but if you pause over markers, they can also be activated like this one.
Alright, so here's a first shot. I just pressed F3 to activate a replay, but I don't have any replay in my game cache, so there should be a line playing, but it's not because of that. I think the audio never loads when you try to play a replay that doesn't exist, so there's that. Just saves 1 to 2 seconds, I think.
Yeah, I think I timed it 1.5.
Yeah.
And that's also the only time you will really see it, because now a replay is recorded in this corner. So since we are on a mission, we don't see the rampage icon that would usually be there. Okay, not busted.
That was close, kinda.
But once Kamiks is not on a mission and loads the replay, you can actually pick up the icon through the replay and start a rampage that way, and we will see it in a few minutes why it's done.
I'm looking for a taxi right now. I can't find any, which is really bad actually. Yeah, that's really bad. I can't do the Vegeta strat right now. I wanted to do a semi-Vegeta strat where you don't start the ramp. Okay, there's a taxi. Where you don't start a rampage immediately after the next mission, but just find a cop first and only then start it.
Yeah, so to elaborate on that as well, he's now going to hold the taxi submission throughout this mission, so he can start the mission and the rampage after this mission at the same time. I guess we can explain after that when we see it more concretely. But right now, this mission is done just again kind of normally. You're actually supposed to pick up a bed or anything, but if you've seen GTA 3 runs before, you just can also run him over and then get the car, continue.
Yeah, so I'm holding this submission by just holding a button. Nice angry taxi. And if I let go, the game would crash, so better hope I don't do that. Right now I have to drive to Paint Spray, as Luigi wanted to get rid of evidence or something like that, I don't know. Nice, another angry driver. The story in this game is kinda non-existent, so I'm not gonna really explain what happens throughout the run.
Yeah, Portland is also kind of technical, so we will focus more on that.
Yeah, it's tutorial heavy, I would say. A lot of explaining from Rockstar.
Also, maybe one thing to mention: the taxi parked next to the stallion will be used later as well.
Yeah.
Again, for its submission, but we will mention it again in a few minutes.
All right. So now, I would, in a normal run, I would start already the rampage, but I want to find a cop first, because if you don't have a gun and you find a cop, you're not gonna get a cop car out of him. You're not gonna get 2 stars because, oh hey, that's open.
Oh well.
I'm gonna... Okay. I was holding Taxi and Vigilante at the same time, so I didn't want to dupe anything and crash. So
well, Taxi would have duped, so you would have been fine, I think, but yeah. So here, the replay was actually loaded, and also the submission was started. Once you cancel the submission, you can actually start another mission while you are on a rampage time. And also, as mentioned, Kamiks needs a pistol.
Oh, thanks, Jigo. Yeah, I killed that Mafia guy because I need the pistol later. If you're looking forward to doing this strat, and you wanna be optimal, I would advise looking for a pistol only during this rampage, not earlier, because you're on a timer right now, and whatever you do, you don't really lose time. Unless you're super slow, then you will lose a lot of time. But right now, this rampage is to set up an instapass, one of the first instapasses of this run, which will we use Vigilante to instapass my clips last launch. I think everyone knows this, everyone at least familiar with GTA 3. And that makes Vigilante not usable anymore at all, because that sets the flag of Vigilante being started permanently on, I think. I don't remember the technical stuff behind this. So now...
the main important thing is you can't use Vigilante afterwards anymore, so to your advantage.
So yeah, the rampage is about to run out. I start Vigilante, and rampage ending sets the on-mission flag to 0, so I'm gonna start this mission right now while Vigilante was on, so I'm just waiting. I'm gonna shoot this for later. And as you could see, it said mission failed, but I'm on the next mission right now, so you know, instapassing is duping, but duping isn't instapassing. And that means that whenever you instapass anything, one of the instances fails and the other one passes. So this is why you saw mission failed there. Alright, one heist per scene done. So here's this mission where the van can take 2 routes. I got the worst one, which is 10 seconds, I think. Not that it matters for
yeah, that
marathon.
should be right.
And this is why I shot this cop car earlier, so I have a shot, one shot right now. No cop in a side, so I don't have to worry to get busted.
Yeah, and normally you would need to crash into the van or other. It's bulletproof, and other things don't really make much damage, so this is by far the fastest spread.
Yeah. It's not explosion proof. It's not collision proof. It is bulletproof, as Chivu mentioned. So you could shoot at it as many bullets as you wanted. It won't explode. So here's the taxi I parked earlier. I will need this now to start another on Mission 0 rampage. Don't mind the timer on the right. It's a leftover of the instapass. So I'm gonna start this now. Let go of taxi and cancel. And this is a setup for a dupe and fail. And let's hope to not get any water level. Let's hope to not get any pet bounces. Oof, pet bounces in this game are rough, really rough. I could flip on the pavement and, you know, fail the mission, which would make me not able to make it in time for the dupe and fail before the rampage ends. So yeah,
I-
yeah, go ahead.
No, I wanted to say again, like with my clips, we want to finish this mission and start revenge, taking out the laundry before the timer runs out. The rampage timer runs out.
So, I'm on a timer again, but if I do any mistakes, I can potentially throw like 1 minute or 1.5. So, since I'm on a timer, I can make this replay once again. I've made this at the very beginning of the run, after Luigi's Girls started. It's the same replay. The rampage that is running right now is exactly the same. It's just that when you fail a rampage in this game, it gets moved to another location, so you have to re-record the replay. Unlike in any person, unlike in Vice City, where the rampage stays in one place. I just got out of the car because why not? There's a small window where you can get out of the car and activate the marker. So right now the rampage is gonna expire after I start this mission. Walk into the marker right once again, and here's the second instance, and I'm gonna fail it. I'm gonna kill myself. Watch this. Mission passed. Wasted. Haha, so funny. And that's because there are... Oh! Nice, that's very good. Can you explain the dupe and fail?
Yeah, so when you have a mission that has an object to kill people or destroy some assets, like the free bands, and you dupe it, you get these assets or the people that you have to kill twice. And well, when you fail after you dupe a mission, I think one instance gets unloaded and then the second one passes it, because the assets, so the things you have to kill or destroy, are gone. And it treats it like you actually killed or destroyed. Also, we should maybe mention these mega jumps.
Yeah,
there is a lot to say. Like there are a lot of things going on in this specific part. We need a fire truck so we can cancel Salvatore's call to meeting next, because we need to load the mission before we insta-pass that same mission with a taxi submission. Similarly to how we passed my clips with Vigilante.
Yeah, hopefully insta-pass it. As you could, as you saw there, the fire truck didn't spawn, so yeah, this might be pretty rough. There is a chance I will make it. It's just super tight.
Yeah, it can still work.
I have to get in the taxi and start and hold the submission before the rampage expires, but yeah, I don't think that's happening. Oh, now it's not. Well, this is over. I'm not even gonna cancel scam anyway. Anymore. I'm gonna wait for the rampage to expire because I can't do that. I need to start another rampage right now. This is really bad. If I started the pickup if I finish the mission right now, I would start another pickup. I'm gonna go to the AK rampage. Holy shit, this is so bad. I did any percent twice today. Can you imagine? And I didn't have any of that stuff. That stuff.
At least you are doing the right things as a backup.
Wow.
So now we will wait. As mentioned, so first Salvatore's call to meeting gets cancelled with firefighter, and then before the timer runs out, which is now sadly easy because of the backup, you start taxi and hold taxi, and once the timer runs out, Salvatore's call to meeting marker will be available again.
Yeah, so yeah, I was supposed to instapass scam, which would render taxi useless. But right now I guess I'm gonna casually play through this. Nice.
can maybe still put in blowfish instead.
Yeah, then get crash cam 6 times in a row.
Well, you can decide after Chevron. After you see the cam.
How you doing?
Yeah, the estimate 1 of 5 might be that. I'm not gonna say anything. It might be possible, I don't know, I completely don't know. We'll have to go through this and see.
So yeah, this whole part that you just see would have been skipped. Now it's just done normally, where we pick up several mafia guys to get to Salvatore.
I can't get over this with what just happened. But whatever. If I started the rampage a little bit later, I guess, I would have made it. I wonder if... I guess this fire truck will despawn the second I start chaperoning. Thankfully, my any percent duplex practice comes in handy. It was all planned to... The whole any percent duplex grind was for this occasion.
Yeah, we get a nice mix of strats here in Portland.
So, the mission is about to end, so let's just pretend that I insta-passed it.
Yeah, so we are back to where we normally would be at the instant pass. Yeah, where to be done.
And no crash cam.
Now you can decide.
Yeah, how do I do it? How do I do it? I've never done blowfish IP in my life, so...
Ooh, yeah, good question. Let's see. I'm also trying to think, because you already picked up the AK language as well.
Maybe for showcase purposes we could show the other instapass that used to be done years earlier. But now that I think of it, there is an estimate.
Yeah, so the problem is the Blowfish IP setup, I think, already began before Chevron, now that I think about it, so that's also another problem, as Caster mentioned.
Oops, I missed the marker. Hello? So right now I would be doing specific actions. I'm gonna do it anyway. I don't think that matters for the run, but I was supposed to punch him and then block the door so that this limo gets removed from my vehicle list. That would make the fire truck stay at Tony's place, which would be extra useful for a dupe and fail. But unfortunately, I'm pretty sure that that fire truck is gone anyway, because I entered the taxi. Also, I forgot about skipping rain. It's not as crucial anymore. It's not as crucial as duping, though. Thankfully, at least that.
Yeah. Anyway, about Blowfish, let's just forget about the incident, because
I will still have to get a fire truck after CTG, so an extra detour will be done. Right now I'm gonna finish this mission, then start cutting the grass. and we'll do... oops, I switched the station on accident. And we're gonna do a strat that is... Well, not a strat, it's a game mechanic that probably many people don't know. Which is taking the taxi and picking up Carly yourself. I wonder how many people knew that you can do it. So I'm gonna make a jump to the taxi. I have to wait until he gets out of the of Luigi's place, so I will record a rampage in the meantime. That is on the train tracks, which will be used in a dupe and fail if I can only get there. Oh no. That should be fine. Okay. The rain is screwing me up, but that's fine. I think I should be in time.
Yeah, this is still mine.
So yeah, there's a rampage, but I'm on a mission, so it's not visible yet.
Yeah, it's a grenade rampage where you have to destroy cars, and that's where you will see why the fire truck is important for this part in a couple moments after this mission.
Alright, so I kept him running there by pressing, by activating replay at a certain time. And now actually he got into my cab instead of the one that was waiting there for him. So we don't have to follow him. We can just drive him there. Sorry, which is, as you can imagine, pretty heckin' faster. We don't do that in Hando, by the way. We just go completely different way and collect packages and import-export. So right now I'm gonna run him over past the mission and drive to the fire truck and set up the dupe and fail. The fire truck should be waiting for me at Tony's place, but yeah, the instapass didn't happen, so I'll have to drive to where it naturally spawns. There it is. So I'm gonna start the rampage with fire truck like this, and I'm gonna start and cancel firefighter over and over, and that will make the rampage pass by itself, because when you start firefighter and cancel firefighter... Wait, the fire truck stayed. Wow, I'm done. When you do that, a car explodes, and that counts to the rampage, because you have to you have to
I was not paying attention myself. Otherwise I would have told you.
I have to blow up cars, and when you, as I said, when you cancel fire truck, a car explodes on the map, and that counts to the rampage. But we're back on track. I'm only 5 minutes behind my PB, and I just got stuck. Let me out, thanks. Okay.
Again, you will see mega jumps.
Yeah. Hopefully, don't die here. Okay, not this time. Not this time.
Well, the rest of the mission is straightforward. Maybe I try to say a little bit about the mega jumps, because we kind of skipped over it before. So most of the times mega jumps will make you die if you just do them randomly, because you speed up a lot, and then when you hit the ground, the damage is so high that you just instantly die, which was already used after the two dupe and fails you just saw. If you jump straight against the wall that is close enough, let's just say it like that, then you can actually prevent dying, and it's sometimes used. You can also use it to, for example, jump a far distance, like from Portland to Stunt, which you will see. Other than that, the how you can do it is you punch or shoot or jump, which is an animation, and then you jump and quickly press a replay and then cancel the replay, and that's how you mega jump. For more technical explanations, watch Comics Guide.
I don't think I explained it technically, but how to do it. You'd have to ask a Code Monkey. But I'm gonna kill myself using the Mega Jump. You could also see I played another replay. That was to cancel the dying animation. It's 1 second faster or 2. It saves however long the dying animation is. So I just got unlocked Ambulance, which is lucky. I'm gonna say lucky. You have 30% for it to be locked, but trust me, it's 90%. Don't trust Code Monkeys, and it's pretty important because I will need this for later. Otherwise, I would have to Mandup, one of the Salvatore missions. And Manduping is even yeah, it's about the same. The chances are about the same as the Ambulance, I guess, to be unlocked.
Yeah, so far you have always seen Rampage starts with submissions. Mandup refers to where you just run into a mission marker and time the replay as well as you can. And even if you time it perfectly, the Rampage pickup cycle and the mission pickup cycle can make you start the Rampage without the mission, for example, and then, well, you will lose a lot of time. Because you want both being on at the same time.
Right now I'm flashing replays to stop the in-game timer for Sayonara Salvatore mission. There's a lot of depth to it, to explain a lot of.
Yeah, so Sayonara Salvatore is the first mission that you start in Staunton. So whenever you start it, like, pay attention to the in-game clock. It'll round up to the next hour and add 2.5 hours, which is 2.5 minutes in real life, to wait for Salvatore to come out of the club and to kill him. And so you want to start Sayonara Salvatore as close to the next hour as possible, so the rounding isn't too much and the waiting time is not that much.
Here's another Rampage that I just recorded. I'm on a timer right now, waiting for... I was waiting for 8-ball to explode the ship. So I used that time to record the Rampage. And now I will use the Ambulance that I left earlier, which still has Paramedic on, to start a Rampage on Mission 0. In a normal run, or rather I should say an APB attempt, I would not be doing that. I would be just waiting in the docks for 8-ball, because I would use Paramedic earlier to paradupe. We say it's called paradupe when you use Paramedic to dupe missions. I would use Paramedic to dupe and fail a mission earlier, which would render Paramedic useless. You would not be able to start it, as you can imagine. But because it's marathon, I can't allow myself to go for Mandupes, as they are pretty random. They can either save you 20 seconds over the race route, or lose 20 minutes, yes, 2 minutes. Also, nice ped bounce. It's kind of rough.
Yeah, so this is the last mission of Portland already. You are supposed to, well, drive next to a cheetah here, which activates a pager message to this boat mount. He's still playing replays to stop the in-game clock, because he will start Sayonara Salvatore right before 8 PM hits, and then it will just add 2.5 minutes and maybe 2 or 3 seconds instead of more. If it wasn't for the replays, then he would start the mission past 8 PM, and then the rounding up would add maybe 30, 40 seconds or even more waiting time for the next mission. That's why we're used.
Well, we say that I'm already out of Portland, but in segments we tend to count Sayonara Salvatore and Under Surveillance and Paparazzi Purge to the Portland segments, because after Paparazzi Purge, when you start Payday 4A, there are no more mad dupes. And the missions are kinda Portland related, I would say. So yeah, Stanton would start the moment you start Payday 4A.
Yeah, and you are on rampage timers and everything. Like if you know, have splits or something, you would have maybe fake golds and stuff. So
Yeah.
It's just better to end the Portland segment, I guess you could say, on Paparazzi first.
So yeah, the mission right now, I have to wait until Salvatore gets out of the Luigi's place to kill him. I'm gonna start a rampage in a moment that will be used for another duping fail. The last duping related thing in this speedrun. I'm gonna be extra careful and start it at 06, I guess. And now I'm going to record another rampage, which is the same rampage that I have right now, but it's just the alternative location, because I'm gonna fail this rampage, so it's gonna get moved. And right now I'm heading to the ammunition to buy Uzi, and if I buy Uzi, my weapon will get replaced. I won't have rockets anymore, I will have Uzi, which is very crucial because with Uzi you can sprint, you can jump, you can shoot, but with rockets you can do anything except this sound. And as you can imagine, that being said, you can't mega jump with the rocket launcher at all. I'm gonna get this car here, so it's very minor thing. It's to not fail just killing the Sayonara Salvatore, yes. It's to just not fail to kill the guy, Salvatore, that is, of course.
Yeah,
But
it changes his pathing and makes killing more consistent.
yeah, but I started the rampage pretty late, so even if I don't kill him, I won't lose a lot of time. I can just kill him because an APB attempt, the time window to killing him and starting the next mission is very tight. Practically no place for mistake. Like this mistake. I should be fine anyway. Yeah, I should be fine.
Let's see.
Okay, that's fine, I think.
Yeah, it was just...
Yes, okay. Not even close, my guys. It wasn't even close, yeah. Dude, I can mega jump. So yeah, I just killed myself again with the mega jump.
Yeah, this was the same principle again, where you start the first instance of this mission before the timer runs out. And then after the timer runs out, you can start it a second time, and then it's another dupe and fail. So something to destroy or kill gets loaded twice, and then you fail the mission and it gets passed because one instance unloads the other passes it.
Yeah, I wanted to highlight the mega jump from Portland to Staunton. It amazes a lot of people who are not familiar with this game. But yeah, since I failed a little bit, I kinda forget about it. So right now I use, since Paramedic isn't dead, because it's the raid route, I used it for starting this rampage on Mission 0. So I can do this. I don't need to get in any boats. I can just snipe this dude from here, and that's the whole mission.
yeah, this is pretty much all it's used for. It's not used for any use anymore. So
Yeah, and we're gonna get 30k ammo from this rampage too, which is pretty interesting.
So yeah, once the rampage timer runs out, you can spam replays, and if the rampage runs out while you are in a replay, the game doesn't remove the ammo you have, which is currently around 30k rockets, and then you can keep them for the rest of the run.
Yeah, it's not infinite. It's not infinite, it just doesn't show the number of ammo. But once the rampage runs out, and I hopefully get the 30k rockets, you will see that I will have around 30k, because I already used 2 rockets. So if the rampage was longer, you could potentially run out of ammo on a rampage.
Yeah, so this mission again, very straightforward. You just drive to some forwards.
Yeah, one of the hardest missions in any GTA.
Yeah.
Yeah, I said around 30k.
And I guess we can mention the camera once again. Especially in Staunton, you will see him being in the top-down view much longer, because the roads are just much longer, and staying in top-down view also prevents spawns from happening. Other than that, you will just see the normal camera cycling, which despawns back.
Okay, I got it.
Okay, yeah. This is exactly what we mentioned, like the replay. The rampage runs out while in the replay, and therefore
yeah,
it's 30k rockets.
It's way easier to get 30k rockets with a replay from another island because of the loading time. The rampages buffer in between the replays because of the loading times, and it's super easy, at least with the method I do, to get the 30k rockets. Some people just spam F3, some people just play F3 and then spam cancel and F3. I just spam F3, F1 as if I was cancelling the falling animation, like I did earlier in the mega jumps in Portland. I started doing this, and it's way more consistent to me, and it's also super faster. Super faster, yeah.
Yeah.
I think
I'm someone who just spams F3, but yeah, just do whatever is most consistent. I don't think it matters too much if it's frames fast.
I mean, it's also way consistent, at least for me. I advise everyone at least trying this this method. You too, Chivu.
No thanks.
Sounds good.
But here you see the first benefit of rockets. Instead of going close to this window to throw a grenade into it and then kill who is coming out, wow, you can just shoot rockets.
Yeah, I mistimed the shot here, there, so I had to get out again and shoot him, but that's fine. 2 seconds lost. Oh no. Rockets are gonna be useful for the entirety of the run, pretty much, except for some missions. It's gonna be especially useful on E2G, on Sam, on Wakagashira Wipeout. We'll just shoot rockets through the floors, and that will and the explosions will make the Kenji die. Yes, Kenji.
Who also has missions for you, but not in any person.
So here's a nice thing about these rockets. I'm also oh, I didn't get it. You just have to aim at a specific part of the car, so the next car will instantly spawn. I was also flashing replays after I shot the car to cruisers. That makes the car parts or whatever that flies out of the cars when they explode despawn, so they don't block my rockets at all. so only wrecks remain. This is a
That's
cool...
a good reminder for me.
Yeah, that's a
forgot
cool
about it already.
optimization. Alright, no tank ED, unfortunately. Nice pad bounce. I'm gonna record another replay right here. This is a replay of a Bribe Star. And as you can imagine, this will help me get rid of water level at any time I want, without any cooldowns. Because if you pick up a Bribe Star through replay, there is no cooldown until it respawns again. And I will get some water level in this mission right now.
Yeah, this is one of the most notorious random missions because the Bobcat can take different paths, and you're supposed to get 6 packages from it. Yeah, can lose a lot of time, can win a lot of time. Good luck. Right now it's looking pretty good.
If he just wanted to drop these packages, I would be thankful. Oh yeah, that's pretty good actually. Yeah, that was fine. If this car gets stuck at any place, you can just look away and it will just respawn on the road. So yeah, that was a pretty fine evidence dash. For example, if the Bobcat just drives off the edge and goes into the water, you can just look away before the mission fails, because it can drown. Yeah.
And another one of these missions that can lose you a lot of time if you're unlucky. You are supposed to go to Fort Staunton now and get a cargo cruiser. We will see how fast it's going.
Yeah, this mission and evidence dash are the last two missions where RNG can throw my PB attempt, I guess I should say. RNG dependent. So right now I have to find a cartel cruiser, which, well, I have to go for another round. Okay, here's a... See what I did there? I looked behind, because I got spawned. There was a chance that this cartel would despawn, because I looked away. Next crop. But I held look behind at the last moments, and I made sure it wouldn't despawn, because if you look behind in cars while driving, any cars on the road won't despawn unless you go really far away. So that's something to note for you. I should pick up that AK ammo.
So the old Oriental gentleman can be in 3 garages. He was in the first one, which is the best.
Yeah. If he's in the first, if he's in the second one, it doesn't really matter. It loses like 1 second, but if he's in like 3rd garage, then well, that can lose like 10 seconds, 5 seconds.
Yeah, true. The second garage was right next to the first garage,
yeah,
and the 3rd garage is the one that is further away, and you have to use another rocket and run to it. Yeah.
I also spammed a lot of replays to skip weather. Unfortunately, since I messed up a lot important, I don't remember the weather cycle. I don't remember if I accidentally skipped weather, if I accidentally paused weather, because that can happen, and I can either postpone or make the rain appear earlier.
Yeah, so it's on a the weather is on a cycle that you can check before your runs and that you can plan accordingly to, and yeah, that's how you can avoid rain and maybe even fog if it annoys you completely.
Yeah, normally I wouldn't spam so many replays I would just wait until the rain appears, and I would just simply skip it. But I'm gonna do a strat that really depends on weather, and I really wouldn't like this strat to, you know, go wrong. So here's the shot, one here, two in the middle. Get in. Okay. That's another thing. He dropped down, I think. Well, thankfully I have more than 25,000 attempts at shooting rockets here. So, yeah, as you could see, I just killed Kenji through the floor, and then I get in, and then I got into the cartel cruiser. Nice rollback, and that was enough to make the game think I killed him inside the cartel cruiser. Handor and all missions do different stuff. Both use sniper on this mission, but both have different references, because sniper in this game is badly made. If you shoot through walls, the bullet doesn't stop, so you can snipe people through walls, and this is exactly what happens in all missions and Handor. It's a cool strat. It doesn't give you any wanted level, because no explosions. Yeah. So right now, normally you would see me looking for a fast car like this one or this one, the Infernus, but I'm gonna do something pretty special. I'm gonna ignore all of that. I'm gonna ignore the ammunition. I'm gonna go straight to the boat and just drive around.
Yeah, so...
without any purpose.
After the timer runs out, the Dodo is close to where Kamix is currently and will drop packages, and Kamix will not wait and just record a replay of the package route.
Yeah,
because
the so-called new Adito that is 5-6 years old.
I don't think it's 5 yet, but maybe.
Well, for GTA 3 standards, it is still new.
So yeah, this is around the point where the first package spawns. So here is where the replay will start, starting to be saved and then loaded in a minute or two. I guess Kamix has a lot of size reference for it.
Yeah, I'm not talking, but because I was paying attention to a lot of references throughout the drive. I hope that was enough. I didn't really pay attention as to if this was good or not, if my pathing was good or not. So we'll see. Yeah, pause your fishes.
So now we still have to wait for all the packages to drop before the replay is played, which, well, the time is used to drive back to Bonnet, so I think in this case, Kamix should be able to make it before all packages drop.
Yeah, if I don't get this strat, this will be pretty rough. I don't have any bribery plays. I will have 5 stars of wanted level. I will be far away from paint spray. I will be far away from my safe house. Let's see. Okay.
First package was picked up. It was kind of hard to see. I just wanted to mention it in case you missed it.
Well,
and it's done.
Thank you for
so
easy does it. Easy does it. So what's different to a run without new Adito? Well, on Arm Shortage I picked up armor. If I didn't do new Adito, I wouldn't have to do that. I would just buy armor at the ammunition. I would also glitch a car in a specific way, which would be parked in a specific way, which would allow me to blow up an E2G stall at the mission Espresso to go faster, which would save 8 seconds. But New Adito is faster, so I'm doing it in the runs, and that saves like what, 30 seconds, I think.
Yeah, it must
25.
be something around 30 seconds.
Yeah. Yeah, so don't know if you paid attention, we're now in Shoreside Vale. I have to kill this guy first. He's very dangerous, he has an M16, so he can blow me up in a matter of seconds. And we are ignoring the bunch and we're taking the Dodo. And we're gonna be flying the Dodo.
Yeah, as soon as the drop in the ocean ends, Shoreside Vale is unlocked. There's also the bridge cycle that we have to keep. Well, we don't necessarily have to keep track of, but we want to make sure that later on we aren't stuck there.
At the top level, it's kind of like Super Mario Bros. You know, the comparison to bus stop or whatever. If you're fast enough, or if you're slow enough, you will have to wait for the bridge cycle for the bridge to go down, because otherwise you wouldn't be able to cross to shoreside. As of right now in runs, we don't really have to wait for bridge. If we're fast enough, we just also, I just skipped an entire shootout by just mega jumping to the place and triggering the marker. What was I saying?
Honestly, I don't know.
That if you're fast enough, we'll have to wait for. Okay, Dodo, why did you do that? Okay, I guess I was supposed to fly over this, but now I have to drive. If you're fast enough, we would have to wait until the bridge comes down. Dodo is kinda convenient because it just ignores the bridge cycle completely. We could take the tunnels, but it's kinda slow, you know, than just driving over the bridge. Okay. Okay, so park this Dodo. Finish the mission. Try to mega jump.
Yeah, but about the Dodo, the flying is kind of counterintuitive. You are supposed to spam the nose down to gain speed and then gain height like that, and when you want to land you actually point the nose up to lose a lot of speed and therefore height. So it's kind of counterintuitive to what you would usually think how a plane is supposed to be.
Yeah,
controlled.
Rockstar didn't intend the player to fly this thing at all. This thing, sorry. Right now I have a kind of scuffed flight because I crashed into something. I didn't really see what.
I think maybe the lamppost or something.
Probably. Okay, so here's one of the hardest missions in this speedrun. If you're new, this mission to be done in Dodo is really a pain in the ass.
Yeah, you are supposed to lure 3 cars into a death trap set up by the Yakuza. And the good thing is it doesn't really check for your height when you activate them, only if you are, you know, in their area. So you can just fly very high or very low. It doesn't really matter. You can always activate them by just being close to them.
Can you mention the touch? Touch. Nice voice.
Okay, yeah. You will see right after the second car gets activated, Kamiks will touch the dam once, because the cars use it as a reference to where they go and therefore it speeds up the mission a lot to get them quicker to the death trap.
Ice cream on pizza. Both are great, but they really should be put together. Okay, that though, actually, nothing like ice cream, pizza, ice cream, milk-based.
There's also another grass touch, which is done very early in the flight, which most people still do probably because it's much easier, and it also has it also, you know, makes them get to the death trap faster. This is active, but this is actually the fastest way.
Yeah, this dump touch is faster, like 10 seconds compared to the grass touch. It used to be the strat, the dump touch is called beta L because it used to be done in individual levels. It took some time until we started using this strat in full runs.
There's also a lot to say about this mission, about how bad the AI is, but you basically have to wait until all cars are activated before you get out of your dodo and shoot them.
Yeah,
because otherwise there are a lot of possibilities to just fail it.
Yeah, if I would get out of the dodo before every car arrived, they would just go to a completely different place on the map. Their AIs just get really screwed.
And even if they make it to the death trap and don't go away but are not activated and you destroy them, then that's also a mission fail. And then you also have to rely a lot on the Yakuza to actually shoot them. Sometimes they don't do anything.
Yeah. And you have to pray that they don't either drive to you, get out and nuke you with their M16s, or they don't kill every Yakuza guy. I don't think I've had every Yakuza guy killed, because if all Yakuza guys are dead, the mission fails. I've seen this before, but I don't think I've had this myself.
I'm not sure if I had this in any percent, but I definitely had it before.
Yeah. So right now the mission is espresso to go. I'm flying to Portland to take this Banshee that is parked here, and I'm gonna use it for the mission. It's one of the best cars to use it. I guess a better one would be Cheetah, because it's a lot faster and it still has a good acceleration, but you know, the optimal way of doing this mission would be just doing Dodo E2G. The task shot that nobody has replicated yet in its entirety. Only Josh was the one to destroy 3 stalls in a single flight, I guess, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I remember watching a live stream of it. I think it was at least 3. It's really hard to do because ramming a stall actually does a lot of damage. The Dodo is fragile. It's really hard to pull off, probably. Who knows if it's humanly possible.
So, if I didn't do New Adito, I would stop at the end of this bridge, at the intersection to the right, and I would snipe a car, which would blow up and would blow up the stall. But yeah, since I did New Adito, I'll just have to go there myself and explode it with rockets.
So this is another benefit of 30k rockets. Otherwise, you would lose. You would use grenades to destroy maybe half of the stalls, then some rockets, and some ramming, as you saw in Portland.
Yeah, right now it's just not really a lot of glitches happening, except having almost 30k of rockets. After Portland, the run really slows down until shoreside, where you get into the Dodo, but then you have E2G, where it's just driving around. In Portland there's a lot of duping. After Portland there's no duping at all.
Oh, okay, let me mention this. Again, the camera is used to despawn traffic. the top-down camera despawns traffic, and we cycle through it. And sometimes we also just stay on the top-down camera when we are on full speed, because that prevents spawns. Besides cop cars, that's a good example. Cop cars actually don't get removed by it.
Yeah, they don't get removed because the game treats cop cars as if they are always on your screen. Doesn't matter which side you're looking. Which
Also,
is kind of
this
convenient. When you have to get a cop car, you can just spam camera to despawn traffic and spawn different one. Unlike in Vice City, where cop cars actually do despawn when you look away, as far as I know.
Yeah, I also wanted to quickly mention that we actually, well, Kamiks made it through the bridge cycle without needing to stop for the bridge to come down, which is nice.
Yeah, this was. Yeah, I could.
This
be
is
faster
like the
with
main
this.
important bridge cycle, or bridge here.
Yeah, since we used Dodo, that was the last time I cared about the bridge. So yeah, now these kinda monk-ass mega jumps, because they're pretty. The second one especially is pretty close to the ground. You have to mega jump right off the top of the very top of the little hill to not die on the further one that is ahead of you. So I'm flying back to Staunton for the second to last mission of this run, and then we'll have to unfortunately say goodbye. Yeah, gain altitude here. Press, not spam, up, to fly up, obviously. And to have a soft landing, to not flip. I could just run, like here. I could just run instead of mega jumping, but mega jumping is faster. Unless you get the falling animation and you fall. Right now, I'm going for a for armor. I have a lot of armor, but I'm on a timer right now, so it doesn't matter. I won't lose time if I do this. I always go for armor now, because on the last mission you tank a lot of damage, and sometimes if you're unlucky you can get killed. So, you know, it's a choice. Either you don't do anything and you don't lose time, and you have 25 less armor, or you go for the armor, don't lose time, and have 25 more armor. So I think it's a fair deal. The downside is that you have this very awkward flight where you just barely have enough speed to fly. But this should be manageable. You just have to fly as low as possible.
Yeah, maybe to mention quickly, so the goal of this mission is to well, shoot a plane and collect packages after it's shot down. Usually it's done at the airport when the timer runs out, but now you will probably see one of the most visually impressive spreads of this run.
Oh, I got a cop car. Interesting. I've never had a cop car before here, so I'm gonna use it. Mine now. Yoink. Yeah, I've never had a cop car before, so here. I've had a Banshee once, but it's pretty unlikely. So right now, equip rockets, stand here. It's a very specific reference. It's a pretty tight shot to make. Let's hope I don't fail it. Like someone in a race today.
When I said Demstra, it was bait, not Sam.
Oh.
Just saying.
Never mind. And that should be enough. Indeed it is. I just missed the package because I'm dumb.
So funny enough, this thread already exists in real-time runs since 2013. So it's long been used already. It's actually not difficult once you have a reference. You can be pretty much 100% consistent with it.
Yeah, it's only a matter of timing. There's no RNG, it's only you.
Yeah. Still
Unless-
visually impressive. Especially
Yeah,
if you're new to
I mean,
watching this.
we've done this so many times, it's not anything unusual anymore.
And we are approaching the mission end and almost the last mission.
Damn, when did this hour pass? Time flies when you have fun.
And this will also be another great Dodo flight and hopefully a very quick exchange. Quicker than not using the Dodo. We will see how this goes. Especially for people who maybe haven't done the Dodo strat because they ran this game a couple years ago, but we will see.
Right, so kill this guy so he doesn't mow you when you go past him. Oh wow, I just made the joke with time flies when I was flying a dodo. I didn't even think about it. Okay, but this is the last flight of this run. It's pretty hard, so I just better shut up. Okay, and that's it. Don't.
Yeah.
Not. Okay.
Oh no! So you are supposed to be fly low enough to spawn the vehicles and people on the right, and then you are supposed to not drop to. You are supposed not to drown there.
Well, I was overestimated anyway, so.
Well, you can show off a different exchange thread, which is
Yeah,
much easier and.
The more beginner friendly.
Yep.
Which is called crash change. It's not because it crashes after some time.
So yeah, maybe quickly. So if the landing was fine, then Kamix just needed to pick up rockets, activate the cutscene, and then shoot down the dodo, and that's it. Maybe shoot one or two guys just to be safe. But
Why
now
do
we
these
will see a
guys have
difference.
AKs? Hello? Why did this guy outside on the sidewalk just shoot me with AK?
I don't have sound on, so I didn't listen to it, and I didn't really see it exactly.
Yeah, the guy just had,
But I can
had
tell
an
you
AK.
why. So normally they should have AKs after the exchange.
I mean, that's just more content, you know. But the other strat is to go here and just mega jump to the chimney and just wait for the helicopter to land. Yeah, I have to wait for it because I can shoot it now because it doesn't have any collisions, and I will have to specifically time a replay when I shoot this. Well, it wasn't hard, but there's the time. It
GG.
was 108 something.
Residents in Cedar Grove have been coming to terms with the
So
emotional
the reason why
aftermath
this is
of a
called
cold
crash
war
change
that hit
is
the area
because it can
yesterday.
crash the game at any moment here. If
Local
you
resident
do it
Clive
from a
Denver
new
described
game, you
to
will
police a
always
single
get to
gunman that he
finish
saw
your any
fleeing the
percent
scene
runs,
with a
but
dying-haired woman.
yeah, it
We're
can
gonna
crash
have such
any
fun,
time
'cause
now, or
I love you.
sometimes it
I really
even
do.
doesn't
You're
crash,
such
but
big,
it's a little
strong man. That's
rarer.
just what I need. Anyway, what was I saying?
Yeah, I was.
I forget, but you know what it's like, don't
I
you?
couldn't
The
practice
sound of
yesterday because I
explosions
had a
shook
power
nearby
outage.
homes as people ran for cover.
I did 2 rounds
Several
today. I got
citizens
a
were injured
102
in
and
the panic as
103
gunfire
with
was
the same
exchanged
stats.
between ground forces and
Well,
the
you know,
helicopters
unlucky
circling
this
the
time, I
area.
guess. Better luck next time. Since I am behind estimate, I'm gonna wrap it up
With the
quickly.
death toll already over
Uh,
20, police are still
Thanks,
finding
Chivo, for
bodies.
commentating.
There have been no official denials
Thanks,
concerning
everyone,
rumors
for
that the
watching.
dead were members of the Colombian
And
cartel,
I hope
and still no leads as to the
you
cause of the massacre.
have a wonderful time watching this marathon. Bye bye.
I broke a nail and my hair is ruined. I mean, can you
Bye.
believe it? This one cost me $50.